It's out of line. You know it. It's not out of line. How much? Have them talk about it. If you don't fix it, we will.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, this is Turnbuckle King here. We got the red carpet ring. We're going to talk about current events today. We're going to talk about the Rock rants on Triple H's comments. We're talking about Triple H responding to Triple H. You guys get the likes as we come into the ring. We are going to talk about Triple H, how he made comments recently at Bad Blood. Remember, the reporter had asked him questions about black representation at the Bad Blood press conference. Well, what the reporter said was he asked Triple H if, with black performers, they have not been presented at the last 3 PLEs. Bad Blood, there was no black representation. And then, of course, the other 2, we haven't seen any since for a while. And Triple H, you could tell he was getting irritated, but at the same time, he was prepared for that question. And he said that he don't see color, he don't see anything, he just sees talent. And of course, The Rock, we know how things are between Triple H and The Rock. They haven't had always the best relationship. But other than that, though, he did say that Rock, he will comment some way, some shape or form. But thing about it is, Rock, he had some say on his Instagram post, and he actually had something to say of this sort. He said, I quote, "Whilst I don't judge anyone who's ignorant to these issues, I think it's important for people to understand, people to listen to people's nuanced experiences and learn from them instead of defecting and denying." You have some people, they responded, said The Rock is just virtue signaling. He doesn't care about these issues. He's just trying to make himself look good by criticizing Triple H. As we know, these two haven't had the best history. Then another person say here that I appreciate Rock's thoughtful response. He's not attacking Triple H, but encouraging him to be more informed and compassionate. It's a good reminder that we all have responsibility to educate ourselves and create a more inclusive world. Now, we know over the years, we are always going to hear something about race issues, whether it's Triple H or anybody else in wrestling. We know Triple H, he's been questioned ever since, he made that promo back with Triple H back in 2003 on Monday Night Raw. We know that really shook up the foundation, as they call it, when he made those kind of comments. We know Rock, he has his saying he's Samoan, he's of color. Some people don't represent him as black, but he's still of color. He's Samoan. His dad is black and his mom is Samoan. So it's always been a back and forth between Triple H and The Rock over the years. Now, professionally, these two do get along, but I believe personally they do not get along as well, because we've seen this over the years between these two. It's just always something back and forth. You can just tell the aura when these two look at each other, whatever the case may be. It's always something going on between The Rock and Triple H. You could tell that it's still there. Now, I know Triple H and Rock said they're good friends, they get along, but that's professionally. But, Rock, he had his saying, Triple H had what he had to say, but they will never take a direct calling each other name out for professional reasons. But we know, being wrestling fans, we know what he means by that and who he's directing it towards too. Because Triple H has always been questioned. You gotta realize he's had a creative. They're always gonna look at him sideways anyway. Now, the thing about it is, people can say that Triple H is not like that, because look at his recent moves. He do have Trick Williams, the NXT champion, which is a black wrestler. He do have Bianca and Jade Cargill, the women's tag team champions, who just won it for a second time. They are also black as well. But we know Triple H, when people do defend him, they're always going to say that, he's down with the culture, or he's not. They've said that.
It's a new day!
It doesn't matter if you don't like that decision.
So we always know that it's always going to be professionalism between Rock and Triple H. Always professionalism at its finest. because Rock is a part of the TKO board. Triple H is a part of head of creative and, of course, executive in WWE. So these two here, they just, even when it's on screen, we may think that it's acting, but like I said before, all these wrestlers are not the best actors. Even though Rock's a great actor, but it's always some heat between these two, no matter what the case may be. You just can't hide it.
It's out of line. You know it. It's not out of line. How much? Have them talk about it. If you don't fix it, we will.
So Triple H is always going to be dealing with press conference questions, social media, whatever. But Triple H, I will give him credit. He pays attention to social media. He's always on X, or formerly known as Twitter, Instagram. He's always posting. Just because Triple H is in his mid-50s don't mean that he is not up to date what's going on. He sees these tweets that are going on. You can't tell me he's not paying attention to these tweets, and he responds accordingly. That's why, if you notice, we have seen the recent moves in WWE. But the thing about it is, people are still, after all these years, calling Triple H racist. They're saying that he does not pay attention to talent, like he said. He's only looking at color. Or they say he be playing favoritism, whatever the case may be. You know, so there's always going to be, you have your group of people who don't think Triple H is racist, and you have the other group that think he may be racist. That's something that's going to always go on. And Triple H knows that when he took this position, being head of creative of WWE, it's not an easy job. He makes it look easy, but I know he has a lot to control backstage, because believe it or not only is he still controlling main roster creative, but I know he's not a part of NXT. Vice President Shawn Michaels is, but he's still involved, because you look at the show, he is still listed as executive producer for NXT. He just, Shawn Michaels run a day-to-day operation, but Triple H is still somewhere behind there, executive producing, and making sure the content is still great, make sure the talent is all there otherwise. But also at the same time, even though Trick Williams, for example, is NXT champion, NXT is still considered developmental. It's not considered mainstream. It's not considered the big dance, as they call it, or the big show, as Raw and SmackDown is, the big time. It's just developmental, and it's something that corporate America is not paying attention to closely, because it is just developmental. And I believe that's the reason why NXT is not an official third brand of a main roster. It still went back to developmental program. That's the way I see that. So we got to pay attention to what WWE is doing and how they are moving, because WWE moves fast and they do not look back. And that's all I have regarding The Rock rants on Triple H's comments. Triple H response to the press conference and The Rock's response to Triple H. You guys let me know what you think of this story here that's been going around since the Bad Blood press conference. Triple H, does he care about talent, or does he just care about color? You guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. Soon, 2 videos will pop up. You guys click the links below to the content here. Check it out. And you guys already know what it is at this point. It is OUT.
Something happened this weekend, and I have been struggling with it since I retired, but this weekend gave me closure.
Wow.
It really did. Like, it was fun. Obviously it was fun. I mean, you can't, doing this for as long as I have and being involved.